I just don't sleep because it's in the back of my mind.
He's breaking under the strain of this.
She made me feel that Mike wouldn't have this cloud over his head if it wasn't for me.
Jesus, do we really need it?
If you keep it up, it's $1 million.
How the hell do you get to that?
Here you go. Here's my half of the debt. I'm gone.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
My name is Maud, and I approximately make about $21,000 a year. Data entry, collections, receivables, things like that.
My name's Mike. I make 52 or something. I don't know, because I work overtime as an assistant warehouse manager.
We've been together 4 years, married for 3. He's got a stepson and his daughter, and I've got my son. But we're one big, happy family. I think Daddy's gonna be really happy with these. Way to go. Mike. I smile every time I say his name, don't I? Whatever I want, I get.
Jesus, do we really need it?
He was like, no more pets in the house. But then I got my puppy. It made me happy.
What I take home won't cover all the bills. I don't sleep well. I'm up 8, 9, 10 times a night because it's in the back of my mind. Thank God I got a drug plan.
It hurts. Thinking about numbers, thinking about the money.
We probably go through about $500 worth of medication a month. Maud's got for blood pressure. I've got blood pressure, acid reflux, cholesterol.
And then last year we upped the line of credit because I wanted a pool. And as you can see, we have no pool in the backyard.
Credit cards are maxed out. The line of credit's maxed out. It's never cash.
Well, let's hope this one passes. $37 for pizza, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hurry up, take it away.
I know 90% of the blame is mine. The TV crapped out, so we got a new TV. We put it on the card, we'll deal with it later,
I'm at fault for a lot of it because I left a good paying job to work for myself, work from home.
As it increases, you realize that, we got to do something. We've got to do something.
Yeah, I need help.
This month, I'll help this couple move from red to black. I've been solving money problems for over 20 years, tackling everything from high finance to low income. I help people understand money and debt, which is still a huge mystery for most folks. And it's the #1 reason couples split up. So now I'm making house calls. Mike and Maud are crazy in love, but crazy when it comes to money too. They put up a good front, but they're both worried sick about money. Their dreams are going down the toilet as the debt spirals out of control. Hello!
Hi.
How are you?
Gail Vaz-Oxlade.
I'm Maud. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Mike. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. If you don't mind, the first thing I'd like to do is just have a quick look around.
Certainly.
ahead.
I'm taking this with me. I have a special use for this. And look at that TV. It's not paid for yet. I do believe that's TV #3, along with a VCR player and a DVD player. This is Ria's room. And this is TV #4. These are musical instruments, right? Because you don't actually cook, do you? And this is TV #5. This place is just jammed with stuff. What we don't have here is a finished basement, despite the fact that it's been underway for 3 years. Yet another TV! The thing is that you two are a really happy couple. However, I see a lot of people for whom the stress has been so bad that they can barely stand to look at each other. You may not be here now, but I'm here to tell you, Maud, that the undercurrent in his joviality is very sad. He can't sleep an hour because he is so worried about the mess that you guys have created.
And some of that mess was created before I got here.
You're looking to pass off the blame. Mike came to me in a mess is what you're saying. What I'm saying to you is it doesn't matter how he came to you. He's breaking. First of all, you have $65,000 worth of stupid debt. And to be honest with you, I walk around your house and I don't see $65,000 worth of anything. Okay? All it is consumer debt. It's gobs and gobs and gobs of stuff.
Oh, God.
You think you're spending about $700 a month on groceries and personal care? This is what you're actually spending.
Wow. That's a little more than I thought.
And that probably includes all the takeout.
That's what it does.
Oh, you see? Okay, all right.
Hello, anything you put in your mouth and swallow is food.
Gotcha.
You people are spending over $400 a month in the convenience store.
Most of that's cigarettes.
Most of that is cigarettes. You spend $470 a month on average in the hardware store for a basement that's been taking 3 years to renovate. You're spending $800 a month on electronics. $1,200 a month at a discount department store. So your total spending on stuff is almost $3,600. Plus you're spending another $500 in cash. So I have no idea where that's going, but I have a funny feeling some of it's going up in smoke. For a total of almost $4,100 a month on total crapola.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
But you only make $5,500 a month.
How the hell do you get to that?
Here's the bottom line. You're overspending by $7,500 every single month. And if you keep it up in 5 years, it's $1 million.
Holy crap.
Before we go any further, are you prepared now to do anything I ask to get yourself out of this mess?
Absolutely. We have
Promise
to.
me. Hand over the heart and a promise, please.
I promised.
I promise.
Okay? Over the next 4 weeks, we're going to do some challenges. You do the challenges I give you to my satisfaction. I'll give you up to $5,000 to help pay down this debt. Okay? You don't do the challenges, you don't get the money.
Okay, we're in.
So first of all, you're going to get me your credit cards. Coming up, can Maud suck it up and make changes?
I just think it's ridiculous.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Spending thousands on cigarettes, toys, and fast food, Mike and Maud are worse than children.
Taylor, the youngest, he'll save up and we'll borrow from him. How sad is that? Come on, we have $10 for coffee?
Since falling madly in love and marrying 3 years ago, they're now drowning in debt. You're overspending $7,500 every month. And in 5 years, it's $1 million. It's taking a toll on their health. But Maud didn't like what I had to say to her. There is a desperation about Mike because he is so worried about the mess.
She made me feel that Mike wouldn't have this cloud over his head if it wasn't for me.
I can help them clean up this mess, but they're going to have to live by my rules. For the next month, this couple will learn to live on a strict cash budget. No more credit cards. They'll complete weekly challenges to tackle their money and relationship issues. And if they're willing to change, I'll reward them with thousands of dollars. No changes, no money. While you were spending about $7,500 on this stuff, you're now only going to be spending $1,300 a month. Do you remember how much money I said you were spending on food?
1,700 and change.
Well, this week, you get $125.
Like the whole week?
Like the whole week.
Looks like we're going on a diet, too.
This is going to save you over $14,000 a year.
Wow.
The only thing you're going to be taking out is the food out of the pots. Okay. And you'll have $62.50 for transportation. $37.50 a week for entertainment. Do whatever you want on $37.50 a week.
Pizza.
$25 for clothing and gifts, and $53.50 for other. That's everything else, including the dog. Despite the fact that I have cut your variable spending by over 80%, I still can't get your budget to balance because your debt repayment is going to be so high to get you out of this. Meet me over there, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. See this? We are launching your ability to go into debt, into space. Crap. This week, your challenge is actually a budget booster challenge.
Okay.
You have to find a way to increase your family income by $400 a week. Yeah, take a nice deep drag.
That's it.
Because you have so much debt, that's what it's going to take to pay it off.
Wow.
Okay.
See how much more overtime you can get? You have to look about making sure that your income is optimized. You're a woman with a lot of skills.
Yep.
Okay, it's time to gear up and get that big money production back into action. If you think that's hard, that is the smallest part of your challenge. Do you think your debt's heavy?
Oh, yeah.
See this $800 on electronics? We're going to use your televisions to represent that. And for the next month, everywhere you go, you will be required to carry a television.
What? She's joking, right?
She's not joking.
I'm never leaving the house. I just need one head of lettuce. If it's what it takes to come out of this ahead, well, then I will gladly do it. But I've never seen you give anybody else a TV or something to carry around for a month. I just think it's ridiculous. It's to represent my debt load. My debt load.
If we can't order in, we may as well get them here.
Oh, I think it's in the budget. 2 pepperoni?
Yeah. Like having to carry him around makes us realize that we have to smarten up. I think, looking at all the numbers was a real slap in the face for both of us. I mean, and then to be further humiliated with this, and all right, when does it end?
Sorry, Mike. The toughest challenge is still to come.
The first cigarette you ever smoked cost you everything.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
I got to these 2 lovebirds just in time. If you had left this even for another 2 or 3 months, I don't know that I could have helped.
Wow.
I asked Mike if he wanted me to pack my stuff and leave so that he wouldn't have this debt.
$6,000 a year on cigarettes, $5,000 a year on pizza, and almost $8,000 in interest charges on their credit cards. Their bad habits cost practically the equivalent of Maud's annual income. To bring home the lesson of how heavy their debt load is, I've told them to carry 2 of their 6 TVs around with them for a month.
It's actually humiliating to have the TVs with us while we're shopping.
My challenges will help them get rid of that debt. And if they do them all to my satisfaction, I'll give them $5,000 to start paying it down. You were pretty bitchy about carrying your televisions around with you.
Oh, there was a lot of cursing and swearing first, but
That's okay. You can curse and swear at me all you want. The reason why this is important, I know they're old TVs, but the fact that you had them was irrelevant when it came to the decision to spend yet more money you didn't have. The lesson here is, this is not worth it.
not at all.
No.
I can think of 1,000,001 things I'd rather do than walk around with a TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me how much you made this week.
400 and what is it, 18?
$18.
How'd you do that?
I got a new client,
Good girl.
and
Is Boffo over here helping you make more money?
of course, he's working extra hours.
Okay. Now you might wonder why I invited you here. You can't smoke in this place. Virtually nowhere is it acceptable to smoke anymore. But more important, why can't you smoke anymore?
You can't afford it.
So the only way that we're going to get you back on track is to recapture that $6,000 that's been going up in smoke. So this week's challenge is a life lesson challenge, and you are going to quit smoking. I'm going to send you somewhere for some help,
Excellent.
and you are going to give up smoking. When I come next week, I want that to be history.
I've been smoking for 35 plus years. Never tried to quit.
If I can do this, it's great. It'll help the family, and that's what we'll do.
Many smokers sort of try to minimize the cost. I mean, like I said to you earlier, the first cigarette you ever smoked cost you everything that you have ever spent on smoking. Let's say 50 years of smoking at what, $4,000, $200,000. I mean, you can buy a house, you can buy a cottage, you can put your children through Harvard Medical School. This is a substantial financial commitment. The much bigger issue, I think, is that with the decision that you've taken today, you've given yourself an extra 8 to 24 years of life.
I've just never had it put in such a way that makes me step back and go,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done.
I have no inkling to ever pick up a cigarette again.
How do you justify it? There is no way. Instead of looking at it like we're losing something,
I'm not
we're gaining
losing
our
a
lives
thing.
back.
So how did it go this week?
The budget that you put us on, I can live with that, number
Yep.
one. It's not as hard. Like when you first gave it to me, I was like, that's it? That's all I get? But you know what? It's not that hard.
Because you're paying attention to how you're spending the money.
Very-
and
very
that's
much
what
so.
happens to people is they stop paying attention to how they're spending the money and gobs of it just float away and you have no idea where it went.
Well, it's funny because now he picks up coffee once or twice a week on his way home and goes, could I have the receipt for that, please? And it's like something we had never done in the past, but we budget the money.
Even gas.
Yeah,
How hard was it to quit smoking?
not as hard as I thought.
Nowhere near as hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Nowhere near. There was a rough day where, I borrowed a smoke at work, had a couple of puffs, and thought, the hell am I doing? This tastes like crap. And that's been it. Other than that one little rough spot, it's been a really good week.
We're getting you financially healthy. We're getting you working together. This week's challenge is a relationship rescue challenge. I'm sending you a friend of mine, someone who I already got financially fit, to come and work with you to start you on the road to getting you really physically fit.
Wow.
Will Mike and Maud have an attitude change for this challenge?
I'll jump through hoops for anybody.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Mike and Maud have spent their way to $73,000 of debt in the first 3 years of their marriage.
I don't sleep well. I'm up 8, 9, 10 times a night.
And Mike had good reason to worry. In 5 years, it's $1 million.
Holy crap.
I asked Mike if he wanted me to pack my stuff and leave. Here you go, here's my half of the debt. I'm gone.
But they've accepted my challenges to work together on the road toward financial health. Instead of spending all their money on stuff, they're saving a fortune by quitting smoking.
We're gaining.
I'm not
Gaining
losing
our
a
lives
thing.
back. The freedom.
But my latest challenge may be the hardest for them to complete.
Gail got me financially fit, and I'm gonna get Mike and Maud physically fit, and we're gonna do it on a budget too.
Bring it on! If I can conquer smoking, I can conquer anything.
And by conquering all of my challenges, they could earn up to $5,000 to pay down their debt.
Come on down, let's get started, guys. Have some fun, get a little bit of exercise in, so you guys know.
Fun exercise. I'm not seeing the
You don't see the two?
Now I have to lift the butt at the same time?
Absolutely. Can you feel those abs working already?
Could actually stay here all day and just
I-
have a nap.
Good.
2, 4.
I love the way she counts. It's a lot more than I've done in years. Absolutely years.
Perfect. Good, nice and quick, let's get those feet moving. Good, that's 1, 2 more times.
And you know what? This is something we get the kids to do with us too.
That's right.
So
Get
yeah.
the whole family in it.
Yeah.
If it's processed, we don't eat it.
Oh, not the white bread.
We're gonna fill that with healthy alternatives.
Okay, let's do it.
I know how fond you are of celery.
More celery.
How did you enjoy your time with Kim?
It was excellent.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
They're little steps that we can build on and go from there. And I think it's worked out really well for us.
That's good. So how have you found this whole process?
It's challenging.
What was the most challenging thing, Maud?
Quitting smoking.
And you have in fact quit.
Oh yes.
Okay.
There's been temptations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the biggest lesson you learned, Mike?
Say no.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest thing. Getting up and doing things instead of just sitting and relaxing and enjoying myself.
Yeah. Well, when I got here, you were going towards $1 million worth of debt, right?
Go big or go home.
That's what you figure, right?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. We've learned.
If we walk away with nothing but the knowledge that we've acquired, that's more than any amount on a check.
Well, if you keep paying the $2,000 a month that I've put in your budget for debt repayment, you'll be debt-free in 3 years.
Fantastic.
I've also put money in your savings account and your emergency fund on your budget.
Excellent.
And
We're gonna have a savings account.
yeah. And if at the end of 3 years, you take half the money you're using for debt repayment, put it into savings, by the time you're ready to retire, you'll have over $600,000.
Wow.
That
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Then you can get your pool.
So this month then, what we've managed to accomplish is we have cut your outrageous spending.
Yeah.
We got you in a debt repayment plan that's going to work. And we got you supporting each other in good habits instead of bad habits.
Yeah, I think that makes all the difference.
So I have for you a check for $5,000.
I love her. I think she's amazing. She's really opened my eyes. Like, she's really helped me, so.
But I have something else for you.
Goggles.
Excellent.
They come with a swimming pool. Now that we'll have to do until you get out of debt.
It's made a difference. Brutally honest, and I think that's just what we needed to get our lives straightened out.
Thank you. Doesn't really cover it.
You're crying too, you big sob.